Wow. Great job, Dad. That was amazing. That was amazing. Come on, Joe.
I walked into the goat shed just in time to see this little girl enter the world.
There we go. Welcome to the world, buddy.
Yeah.
What a spawn. Come on, Joe. Boys and girls.
Everybody's still sleeping. How are you? Huh? How are you? Who do I see in there? Is she in the hay? No. Yeah. How's everybody doing this morning? Hi. Oh my goodness, look at you. Look at you. And come here, you. Oh my God. It's okay. Hey. Yuck.
It was 60 something yesterday. God, it was gorgeous. And got outside chipping, using my new chipper, my new rebuilt chipper to work on the dirt roads, and it's working great. So, of course, I had to stop and fix the chipper because I goofed, but that's okay. It's another story. This morning, it's 35 and flurries, so I'm going to be in the shop. Yesterday, I brought in the Kyoto, the tractor, because I goofed again. I seem to goof a lot. I have the post pounder on the tractor here, and it's been sitting here for a while. Well, the thing is when you do this, when I use the post pounder, right here is the fill for the hydraulics. The post pounder, what it does is you put a line from the pressure point to the pounder, which pulls the thing up, and then you release the hydraulics and it pounds down. But when you release it, all the oil just drains right back into the fill. Well, I didn't think about it, and it's just a pipe that sits in there. It's been sitting in there for, I don't know, a month or more. And of course, water got in there. I'm sure of it. So I brought it in last night, took out 15 gallons of hydraulic fluid. Of course, I don't have 15 gallons. I've only got 10 gallons. But I went to look it up, and hydraulic fluid now is $112 for 5 gallons. $112. I think when I bought that last time, Mo's over here on the door, I think on the back door. Yep. I think it was, good morning, Mo, come on in. It was $47 for 5 gallons. This is ridiculous. Tractor sitting here with no hydraulic fluid in. And then my buddy John wanted tractor number 3, the Farmall Cub number 3. And so he did some trading because he's a trading fool. He traded another Farmall Cub, which is outside. The engine runs, but the thing's in pretty bad shape. And this lowboy. This is a lowboy. It's a Cub lowboy. So a Cub, it's the same tractor as this Cub and that Cub and that Cub. It's the same tractor, same motor and everything else, but it sits lower. See that? And the reason it does that is because they turn the final drives on the back wheels around and it drops right down. And then they lower the front end too. Basically, it's the same tractor, but it's more stable. This one had a mower, so I'm trading him this lowboy for that third tractor over there. So this morning, we're going to look at the Cub and see what we find.
Know more about how to do that he always. Well, can't beat that. All right, get on it, y'all. No, it's yours. Bring it on.
I just put some starter cables on the starter motor just to make sure it runs. It does, I mean, not that it runs, that it turns over. It does turn over. So that's good. That's a start. And now I'm going to start with battery cables. Battery cables were bad. I've pulled one of the ends off. So we're going to start with the basics. So I'll set up the camera. Get this out of my way here. See better what I'm doing here. Okay, this post has got to come off. That cable's a mess. I think I'm going to have to pull that fuel tank too, because that wiring behind that panel probably not much good. Now I can get to it. So it's got a generator, not an alternator. That's the voltage control, voltage regulator. I'm curious as to what this wire went to right here. Somebody's put a butt splice in there and I can see where it goes to that switch right here. That's a light switch. Yeah, okay, that's no big deal. Battery cable comes up right here. Goes to the bottom of this push starter right here. So that push starter, that's all that is, a push starter. This is way overkill, but this is the longest cable I have. So, but that's long enough. We could use that. One very stiff wire. You can see that wire is all black and corroded and crusty. I really need smaller cable, but this is all I got that's long enough. Look at that, it's the same exact length. Let's see if we can get that in there. And then it's got to come up. I think we're going to run it over the top. We're going to run it right here. This goes here. This goes on here. Okay, you got that. Now what we need to do is put an end on this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look at that pretty bright copper. Okay. That's tight. I need to tighten that. Okay, I need the ground. I think we're going to put the ground right here. Take a little wire brush to it. Make sure we have a nice clean metal. Very important. We should have 12 volts now to the starter. Which means when we push this button, we should nothing. How is that? How is that possible? Oh, because I've disconnected the starter, that's why. That'll make a difference. Look at that. All right, now the question is, will it fire? Now we're going to use a little instant fuel here. Starting fluid. Spray it right into the carburetor. See if she'll go. It's trying. Well, it's trying. So that's, I can hear it trying to fire. I think we put a little gas into it and see what happens. I've got a little syringe here I use. What we do is we just stick this right, oh, I need a piece of hose. A little short piece of hose. Okay, a little short piece of hose from my little syringe. We can go right over this rubber piece of pipe here. Sounds like to me, we need to check compression on these cylinders. Those plugs are a mess. So we don't need plugs in it. Still want to check compression though. Let's write these down, 100 pounds on that. I don't even know what it's supposed to be. 100 pounds seems pretty good though. Number 4, 100. I get 100 out of that one. 98. Oh, what's the deal here? I got nothing here. That could be a problem. There's nothing. Stuck valves. There's a valve stuck open. That one's closed. That one's kind of open. That one's opening and closing. It's not the valves. Unfortunately, it's not the valves. Crap. That means we're going to be rebuilding an engine. That's what it is. That's what it is. Let's see if this one's just as bad. Well, that one's just as bad. So I got 2 bad cylinders. Unless the valves just aren't seating. But, yep. That would be the problem. We're going to put a little mystery oil in those cylinders. See if the oil will seal them. Let's put those ugly plugs back in there. So I'll mess up my new plug. There's no way you're telling if the piston's moving or not. But I don't think it's a broken piston or anything. I think it's just rings, which means gotta drop the crank. Drop the pan. Fun stuff, fun times. All right, after thinking about this a bit, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull the head on this and just see if it's the valves. If the valves weren't closing right, that would do this. Probably should mark these plug wires. I can see them right now, but would I be able to see them after I get all done? Maybe not. 1, 2, 3, 4. You always mark your plugs from the radiator back. Number 1 back. Well, take this oil breather off here. This whole thing comes off of the head. Plugs out of the way. Okay, now I need to get this out. This moved. It's funny. It feels like it wants to tighten, but not loosen. Always one. Not enough acetylene. Get the acetylene going so you got your little blue flame. Thing is, I got so much in there, wires and everything, that I don't want to melt. See the heat coming out of the radiator from the head. All right, come on, buddy. Come on. The thing about this is it vibrates it. If it's got rust down there, it helps vibrate the rust. There it goes. It's not broken. That's good. This hose comes off. Like that. There's the head. We got a blown head gasket. That'll do it. That might be it right there, just a blown head gasket. That may be all it is. I hope so. And I'd like to see all those valves work. I think what we're going to do, turn that thing over by hand with this manual hand turner I made the other day. So this one's at the top, this one just closed, the exhaust valve here is closed. This exhaust valve is now opening, and this intake is opening. So we're pulling in now on this one. So this one fires, then this one. You actually start with number 1. So number 1 fires, number 1 closes, here comes number 3. Number 3 opens, and the exhaust valve on number 1 opens. Wait a minute, those are intake valves, are they? Yeah. These are intake. The bigger ones are intake. I thought the bigger ones were exhaust. The bigger ones are intake. So this one is pulling in right now. Number 1's pulling in. Number 3 is exhausting. I can tell that because here's the manifold, and here's the exhaust manifold, and I can see it goes right to that valve. And then I can see that one and that one and that one. So let's see which intake opens next. All right, that one's closed. Number 3 is opening next. And the exhaust on number 4 is open. Exhaust intake number 2, exhaust number 1. That tells you right there, we're pulling in here, okay? That's pulling in the air and the gas right now. So we pull it in, it closes and starts coming up. But what happens is this intake is open, so it just, the pressure is supposed to be coming up and put pressure on there. The pressure's coming up, it's crossing over and going right out that valve. Hello. Let's go to number 1. Number 1 exhaust. Same thing. The intake's open in here. It's going to pull in here, but it's also pulling in exhaust here. Just not going to work. Intake's open. Intake's closing. Goes up, goes right out the exhaust. That's the problem. We know what the problem is. Head gasket was bad, which is good. There's several things it could have been. It could have been the valves, which we were testing, and the valves all seemed to work fine. It could have been the rings, but I put oil in them and it didn't change make any difference. You can do that. You can put oil in a piston and it should increase the pressure just for a little while. It didn't do anything. So when I did pull it apart, first thing I did notice is that the head gasket has a big hole right here. If your head gasket's blown, when this piston comes up, these two valves will be closed because you want to build 100 pounds per square inch in this piston. So you compress the air and the gas so the spark plug can fire, boom, drive the piston down, which drives the motor. All right? When this is coming up on compression, because the head gasket's blown, the pressure is going to go right across to the next cylinder. And because this exhaust valve is open, it can go right out the exhaust. So there's no way to build compression on either cylinder because of that valve gasket, because of that gasket being blown. So we've ordered a gasket way out here in the boonies. It takes us a week to get, but we'll have it. We'll have this thing back together in no time. More tractor videos to come with Farmall City here.
Really? Farmall City? Why do you think that? Just because you got four tractors in here and one outside? Or two outside?
We really appreciate y'all. We really do. We watch the comments and everything else. So have a good one.